We're back with more Rampage Pro Wrestling. Great way to start the program. Don't forget tonight, February 19th. If you're watching on the 19th, we'll be live at Johnny G's Fun Center. And still to come on this program, the fan strap match, Jimmy Rave and Kyle Matthews. That's our TV main event. Don't go away. And we're glad you joined us on Cox Communications, Fox 24, and My 41 TV. And now we're waiting for our RPW TV champion, the untouchable Jeremy Vane. The music is playing, and we've seen Jeremy Vane recently at Rampage Reloaded successfully retain the title, and now you see the challenger, the big man, Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones, one of the more popular competitors here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. A man that's been on the Doc Gayton side for quite a while, through quite a few fights. And this is his opportunity to become Rampage Pro Wrestling television champion, the face of the company.
And Mr. Jones certainly brings a lot to the ring, not just in weight and size, but you talk about some power. This is a powerhouse of an athlete. He's been a mainstay in Dr. Johnny Gayton's corner ever since the recent attacks by Charlie Cash, a former person he was aligned with in the past. But certainly that is the past, and now he is looking forward to getting this TV title match against Jeremy Vane, and Jeremy Vane, no easy man to defeat.
Well, he proved that at RPW Reloaded in a no disqualification, no count out. There had to be a winner match with Adrian Hawkins, and the winner was Jeremy Vane after a DDT on the title belt.
Jeremy Vane.
And Jeremy Vane, if he wasn't proud of himself before, certainly more so than ever. With our recent win at Rampage Reloaded. If you get a chance to see that, hopefully the DVD will be out soon. We do have DVDs on sale at RampageProWrestling.net. I know that the Gene Gayton Memorial is on there, and our most recent Oktoberfest. Be sure to get those special deals going on right now for about 2.
And Sizzling Summer Bash is on sale.
1 and 2.
Yes.
The whole collection, get the whole set there. RampageProWrestling.net, as well as all the most recent information on upcoming events. And visit us on Facebook as well, and especially Miss Allie wants to tell you, come by her Facebook page and like her.
Actually, you could poke her.
Poke her, like her first, and then poke her.
That's right. Well, there's poking on Facebook. I'm a little uncomfortable with it, but
have
people.
Have you been poked?
I have been, and it's just it's a little uncomfortable.
And right now, I assume that someone in this match is going to get poked in ways they don't want to be poked, because Mr. Jones realizes what is here in front of him. The opportunity doesn't come along every day to have a championship match with the Rampage Pro Wrestling television champion, the man who represents us now on Fox 24, as well as Cox Communications and My 41 TV. What an important honor that is to be the face of that TV show.
Very much so, and this is a 10-minute time limit television TV title match.
And there Mr. Jones taking a look at that belt. Certainly he would like to have that as a trophy, take home with him right here on this program. Mr. Jones certainly has a great fan following. Should be a great matchup. Different style. Think about being the champion, you have to wrestle men of all different styles. And certainly Mr. Jones totally different than Adrian Hawkins.
Very much so. If nothing else, a much bigger man, but also a considerably slower man. So it's going to be a different style of match for Jeremy Vane than before.
And a hard man to get off his feet.
Very much so. Jeremy Vane in this particular match, different from when the matches with Adrian Hawkins. Jeremy Vane is the one that has the speed advantage, but clearly Mr. Jones has the weight and strength advantage.
Look at the power of Mr. Jones. Just throws the man off like it's nothing. Jeremy Vane looking at him with some renewed respect and realizing he's got 10 minutes to somehow avoid being pinned by this man. Locked up collar and elbow again. Test of strength, I believe, will once again be won by Mr. Jones.
And Mr. Jones seems distracted.
Maybe like a fly landing on a leaf or something. Just throws him off.
Well, Mr. Jones is close to being the immovable object, at least so far in this particular match, and you can tell Jeremy Vane, veteran that he is, not rushing in where men fear to tread.
It's hard to move a brick wall.
Yes, it is.
And Mr. Jones with that fan support certainly doesn't help Jeremy Vane at all. And this is the title match. Jeremy Vane has been a fighting champion, whether you like him or not. He's had some great matches here at Rampage Pro Wrestling and maintained that title all along. Again, pushes him off, and Jeremy Vane decides discretion is the better part of valor and gets out of the ring.
Well, Vane smartly doing this. He is buying time. Referee will execute a 10 count at some point, but he's going to have to move Mr. Jones back before he begins that. And as long as he does, Jeremy Vane can buy time on the outside. And remember, time is the friend of Jeremy Vane.
Absolutely. If the time runs out, he's still the champion. And 10 minutes is your basic TV time limit. So the TV champion, under normal circumstances, has to defend that title in 10 minutes. Not a lot of time, but certainly something that the champion knows going in, and the challenger must find a way. And that time, as Jeremy Vane came into the ring, tripped over that bottom rope, went face first, and much to the fans' chagrin. And now it looks like Jeremy Vane's leaving, grabbing that title. He's done, he says. And I don't think the fans are real impressed with these actions, but you got to remember, he's stalling.
Well, you have to also remember that it wasn't that long ago Sal Renoir made it clear that he's not going to allow him to get counted out of these matches with any kind of regularity. In fact, he threatened him, you get counted out, I may strip you of the title.
Absolutely, and he's looking through that curtain almost like he's afraid Sal Renoir would come out. He lays that belt down. Maybe he thinks it's safer over there. Way away from the grasp of Mr. Jones. Back in the ring now and hiding behind the referee. Much smaller man.
And he's trying to call a timeout. Those may be in effect, I believe as we tape this, there's a Super Bowl tomorrow. As you're watching this, already occurred. Wonder who won.
Yeah, do you want to go ahead and announce the winner?
I could, and if I'm right, it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, oh well.
Would be the first time.
I'm assuming a competitive football team.
All right.
Yes.
I think we'll have some good commercials. How about that?
I understand Rampage Pro Wrestling was featured in the Super Bowl here in Middle Georgia.
You talk about the who's who in wrestling.
Oh, tries to catch him with that knee in the corner, but no, the big man is able to grab him and
totes him into mid-ring and drops him.
And that was Jeremy Vane's weight and the weight of Mr. Jones all at the same time, and that's a lot hitting the mat and a lot hitting that ring. It's a wonder that ring was able to sustain that.
Talk about impact.
This could be it right here, Ben. He looks like he's going. We've seen this many times before, and we can have a new television champion right here
when a man
if he's able to hit this.
Of Mr. Jones comes from that
oh! And Mr. Jones tried very hard to stop himself when he saw Jeremy Vane roll away, but he wasn't able to do it, and he crashed and burned on that particular move. And now Vane takes over on the attack, and he's launching into him.
And Vane saw that he landed on that knee wrong, and that's exactly what he attacked.
And he's going right after him. He's wearing away at that knee, over and over at that knee. Mr. Jones tried to stop his momentum, not able to do it. And now the worst of wearing Jeremy Vane, wearing the man out on the ground.
As hard as it is for a big guy to go down, it's just as hard to get back up.
And now he's got him hooked. And Ben, we have to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back, fans. Don't go away.
And we're back as this TV title match continues. And the spinning toe-hold step-over move being applied throughout that break as he continues to work on that knee.
And we kept the cameras rolling during the break, and we've picked up the action only a few seconds, Ben, after we went to commercial break, specifically so we could maintain our 10-minute time limit on this particular match and not lose the bulk of the match during the commercial break.
Absolutely, and you see the pressure being applied. It's really a great game plan by Jeremy Vane. When you're wrestling a man this size, if you can find a weakness, the only thing you can do is work on it.
Very much so, and Jeremy Vane smartly keeping the big man down, wearing away on the leg, and if he can injure and damage that leg further, it's going to be very difficult for the big man to sustain his own weight, get to his feet, and mount a comeback against the television champion. And now time is truly the friend of Jeremy Vane, with Mr. Jones down and hurting.
And a 2 count, and I don't think Jones even knew his shoulders were down. He's in so much pain with that knee. And that leg now, he's trying to get that leg around him and got him and rolls him back over. But Jones will have to watch his own shoulders here.
Well, referee, if he'd have been in a different position, you're right, he might very well have been able to count Mr. Jones down in that particular case, but he was looking more at the television champion. Advantage Mr. Jones in that particular case.
Now taking that knee and that leg and trips him up again and dropping that knee into his knee. Jeremy Vane, a great seasoned veteran, proving why he wears that gold. There's a reason he's got it, and he's showing right now. The untouchable Jeremy Vane now taking that weight down across the knee and leg of Mr. Jones, almost twisting it out of proportion. And a hard chop from a very bad position. Hard to get the impact of that chop from a laying down position. But Mr. Jones fighting back as best he can. And Jeremy Vane continues his assault. Now Jones somehow back to his feet. You know that knee is weak. Slap to the face, retaliation now. He woke Mr. Jones up that time. Now Jones has him in the corner, clenching that fist up and now pounding away. Enough is enough, says Mr. Jones, as he takes it to the TV champion.
Jones, though, having difficulty moving. You can see that leg already, and Vane immediately goes right back after that knee. He may have taken a little bit of damage, but he took some to give some back, and now Jones compromised down and almost pinned right there.
Very close count there for Mr. Jones. Vane saw him hobbling and took full advantage. And Mr. Jones obviously has a bad wheel right now. And he needs to figure out what he's going to do as time continues to tick on. Time is not the friend of Mr. Jones right now. And Jeremy Vane, the champion, goes for a punch blocked by Mr. Jones. Now a boot by Jeremy Vane. Look at that power of Mr. Jones, pushes him off. And now Jeremy Vane pushed backwards and runs into the freight train, caught him though, cuts him off and now pounding away at the head of Mr. Jones.
Vane still in control, but Jones on his feet, and he's a dangerous man when he's on his feet, and it was proven right there. He comes through, misses that clothesline, and now it's been caught in a sleeper.
And it doesn't matter how big you are, how heavy you are, the sleeper hold will take you out. Has been proven for years and years. Tim Woods, Mr. Wrestling, the original great master of the sleeper hold, and now maybe not full leverage here, he's got it from the side, but he's still got it cinched in.
And
now he's behind him.
That's an awfully big neck, though, and it's going to be, well, I was going to say it's going to be difficult to get a lot of pressure given the height difference and that large neck, but doing that, that's a smart move right there because he's been able to get him up, and he's got him a real opportunity here at this point in the match.
Backs him into the corner and breaks that hold.
1 minute remaining.
And time is running out here on this TV time limit match. As we said, only a 10-minute time limit. So Mr. Jones basically has 1 minute with a bad wheel to get the job done. Charges in and caught him with that freight train. And the champion is dazed and confused. And now it's Jeremy Vane who can hardly walk.
Well, and Jeremy Vane, though, the time is to his advantage. Less than a minute remaining in this match. But Mr. Jones, a house of fire, and that leg doesn't seem to be hurting him right now as the adrenaline starts flowing, and he drops the gigantic leg down. 30 seconds to go.
Caught him with a leg drop, covers him. New champion right here. 2 3/4 count right there. Almost had a new RPW TV champion.
And there's less than 10 seconds to go at this point. Mr. Jones needs to stop controlling the crowd, and he needs to go for the pin at this particular point.
Vane
only
coming
a
up
few
trying to
seconds
fight.
remaining, Ben.
Caught him with a knee, and the bell is sounded. Mr. Jones a little surprised and obviously disappointed as he had the champion down. The champion's still down. And he's like, why did the bell sound? Well,
This match
time
has been
ran
ruled
out.
a time limit draw.
The advantage for the champion, Jeremy Vane, who gets out by the skin of his teeth. Now, wait a minute, Mr. Jones did not see the attack coming as Charlie Cash brings out his thugs.
But Jones is no pushover. Jones is attacking all these men, fighting back on his own against all three men, and they can't take him off his feet, even after all the damage Jeremy Vane had done.
Here comes
Mr.
that
Jones
big,
is up,
mysterious black mask dude.
who's been introduced, I understand, as the Judge.
And the judgment now being applied, that claw that we saw do the damage to Gayton is now being applied to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones aligned with Doc Gayton, often gets the brunt of this attack by Charlie Cash's
Three men couldn't take the man off his feet, but now
Incredible.
one man with one hand has taken him down and has now put his shoulders to the mat. And Mr. Jones isn't moving. Mr. Jones is, and here comes Doc Gayton.
Doc Gayton, Marvelous Michael Stevens, Drew Adler, Frankie Valentine. The ring is filling up. And thankfully, but hopefully it's not too late.
And the only man not running, backing away slowly but never taking his eyes off of him, is the judge, and Doc Gayton staring a hole in him at this point.